Let me share with you my final thoughts from the interview with Viktor Doria, who is a black belt from Carson Gracie and the co-founder of Adaptogen Science, a sports supplement company. I hope you had at least one good takeaway from the interview that you can implement in your life. My personal takeaway is when he shared about Gary Vaynerchuk's concept of macro patience, micro speed. For those who don't know, Gary is an incredible entrepreneur and digital marketing expert. I have learned a lot from Gary, and I believe you can learn as well. He shares great content on YouTube and all the social media channels. And when you have a chance, check out www.garyvee.com. I'll have the link available on this episode's post at the BJJMC Now, let me ask you this. What is the most meaningful accomplishment that you have ever achieved? It could have been a personal and or professional level. I can guarantee you that whatever that was, if it was really a meaningful accomplishment, it did not just land on your lap. You earned your accomplishment and you paid the price. Gary defends his theory of macro patience, micro speed. He mentioned that if your vision is to build something meaningful, it will take years and you must be patient. If you're thinking big, you have to go macro with patience. Now, micro speed is acting fast and effectively on the everyday tasks. If you do that consistently, you'll have better chance of achieving the success you desire. You cannot control the outcome. However, you can influence the outcome. How? Macro patience, micro speed. And I'm going to share with you 3 crucial elements that you should take in consideration during your journey of achieving a meaningful accomplishment that goes along with Gary's theory. So the first one is focus. In regarding to your meaningful accomplishment, you can split this accomplishment in 2 goals, the outcome goal and the process goal. The foundation of the Stoic philosophy suggests to consistently focus on things you can control, not in what you cannot control. And the outcome goal is already decided by you to achieve a specific goal. However, you cannot control the outcome, only influence the outcome. How? Focusing on process goal with micro speed, focusing on tasks and actions needed so you can have better odds to achieve the success you desire. And as you already know, distractions are everywhere, especially on your phone. And I'd like to share with you 2 habits that I included in my life that has helped me with my focus and consequently improved my productivity. And I feel that can be very valuable to you. A, remove all notifications for social media and emails. If you want to check for new messages, you can click and go. Notification alarms are extremely distracting and most of the time is not that important, right? And B, block time. I learned this habit with my high-performance coach mentor, Brandon Bouchard. He suggested you turn your phone off for 15 minutes, 100% focus, then 10 minutes break to get out of the chair, check your phone, and then back in for another block time. You'll be amazed how much more can be done using this micro speed tool. Second crucial element, discipline. As Viktor shared on episode 17, consistency is the key to success. Some people have the discipline for 3 months. Now, what about 5, 10, 20 years of discipline? That is extremely hard and very few people can do that. Now, all depends on how big is this accomplishment that you're pursuing. Some people choose huge mountains to climb, some choose the smaller ones, some just want to go uphill for a little bit, and some people don't climb at all. It's not about what is right or wrong, as Viktor said, it's about self-awareness. Understand that if you're choosing a big mountain, the consistency of the micro speed is crucial. Without it, it would be very hard to achieve your meaningful accomplishment. My suggestion to you is to be self-aware of why you're even pursuing this goal. What is your intrinsic motivation that is driving you to pursue this vision? This must be very clear because when the tough moments come, and trust me, they will come, your why, your purpose will serve you as a pillar for the third crucial element to achieve your meaningful goal. That is called patience. If you're climbing a high mountain, you must keep raising your emotional resilience levels. Perseverance is part of macro patience. Being able to use micro speed for a long period of time, it's not easy, as I mentioned. Many of you know, some don't, about my background, but in 1992, when I was 16, I decided that I want to pursue Jiu-Jitsu for a living, and I wanted to have my own Jiu-Jitsu academy. In January of 1999, I moved to the United States to pursue my dream. In October 2000, I started to teach at Arizona Combat Sports in Tempe, and in March 6, 2012, GD Jiu-Jitsu Academy was founded 20 years later when I set the goal. I wish I could tell you that I used micro speed for 20 years and I was 100% focused in discipline, but I wasn't. At least I still had my patience. Of course, not the same level that I'm at right now, but this is one of the benefits of building your emotional resilience, becoming even more patient. I know that I did the best I could with the emotional maturity level that I had at that period. And if I knew better, I would have done better. I bet you can resonate with this. Since most of the listeners in average are above 30, many of you may have experienced emotional struggles from relationships, breakups, divorce, and so forth. And if you have a low emotional maturity and emotional resilience levels, this can lead to depression, negative spiral, and interfere in the micro speed tasks and actions that must be taken to help you to achieve your goal. And that actually happened with me. From 1999 to 2009, my first 10 years in the United States, my emotional maturity level was pretty low, and I didn't know the concept of self-awareness. In 2003, I got divorced, and my ex-wife and my son moved back to Brazil. Now, if you are a parent, you can imagine how hard this was. And since my emotional maturity and my emotional resilience levels were low, I got depressed, and then eventually I started to get in a self-destructive mode, party, drinking, hanging out with people that I had no business in hanging out with, which kept me away for 4 years from competitions, and my self-esteem was very, very low. And one day I just woke up and told myself, man, this is not you. You're not being yourself. And my brain started to spin, and I slowly started to have interest for growth, personal development books and audiobooks. And finally in 2010, after I started studying mental skills training, I started to pick up the pace of my micro speed and my macro patience. The Jiu-Jitsu competitions, along with the personal development and the mental skills training, were responsible for the growth of my emotional maturity. And now, personally, I'm the happiest and most fulfilled that I've ever felt in my life, living with my wife, Carissa, and my son, Jonathan, in Arizona. Do I regret anything in life? Absolutely not. For me to be where I'm at today, I had to make those bad choices. And you shouldn't regret either. Like Viktor said about the advice he'd received from his father, he said, quote, "You shouldn't regret anything, but if you're going to regret, at least regret on something that you have tried, better than regretting on something that you didn't even attempt it," unquote. Personally, GD Jiu-Jitsu Academy is my most meaningful accomplishment. Now, what is yours? I hope you have achieved yours as well. And if you haven't, because you're still in the middle of the process, keep the micro speed going and be patient. Now, to close, I would like to share with you one of Gary's quotes for you to reflect. Quote, "Look yourself in the mirror and ask yourself, what do I want to do every day for the rest of my life? Then do that," unquote. Remember, macro patience, micro speed. Os.
We're glad you were able to join us for this episode of the BJJ Mental Coach Podcast, but the lesson doesn't end here. Watch the videos and download the audio of the 10 mental mistakes BJJ competitors make and how to avoid them for free when you subscribe to the BJJMentalCoach.com. Don't miss the chance to find out what might be holding you back from being your best self on and off the mat. That's the BJJMentalCoach.com.